During the iPad Basics portion of the training, students learned why Loyola decided to go one-to-one, how to use the Wi-Fi network, basic navigation of the iPad, and buttons and functionality. They also learned how to customize the iPad for personal use and apply preference settings. In addition to this, they learned how to back up their iPad to iCloud.
Next, we had the students download a couple of helpful apps and then explain how to use them and what to use them for. Like iTunes U, iBooks, note-taking apps like Notability and Evernote, eClicker, Google Drive, Dropbox.
In the information literacy section of the iPad training, students learned that not everything that is put on the internet is true. They learned a little bit more about fair use as well, specifically plagiarism and using translators in language classes. Students also learned how to determine if a website could be used for a research paper. During the college-bound portion of the iPad training, students were divided into groups of 2 and 3, and we distributed to them an admissions packet student handout in which they acted like college admissions counselors and decided which student they would rather have into their college. The general idea of this portion was to make sure that students were proud of what they were posting online and that they were posting things that colleges would not mind seeing. During the digital footprint session of the iPad training, students learned that there should be no distinction between your physical, emotional, psychological, spiritual, and digital self. What we post, send, and search is an extension of ourselves. There are risks to what, how, and why we share what we share online, and that is the focus of this session. Students also learn a little more about the 3 terms cyberbullying, harassment, sexting, what Loyola's policy is on them, as well as the Wilmette Police Department. During the digital companion section of the iPad training, students learned how to articulate a relationship between technology and faith. They also explored the necessity for discernment and wisdom in online use. They examined how technology can be used as a tool for justice and building the kingdom of God. They did this specifically by going into groups and brainstorming how to create a social media plan that highlights Loyola's mission, a service program, a justice club, etc.
I think it's a really good idea because it will help with all your organization, because I know I'm really disorganized when I have all those folders and a bunch of papers that are just cluttered in my backpack. So now when we have an iPad, I can just have it all on this, and it will really help.
I think Loyola going into iPads is really showing how the world is changing.
My name is Connor Ataya. I'm going to be a freshman, and I learned how to use an iTunes U account and how to download courses in it.
Okay.
I think it'll be a nice change from having to carry around all your textbooks. It'll be a little different, so I'm a little nervous about that, but I think overall it'll be better.
Hi, I'm Yuri Silvestro. I'm a sophomore, and I learned how to take notes on my iPad today.